1988.
The year I was born.
The year of Joe's birth.
And who was president? Ronald Reagan. But who would have been president now in 1988? Ronald Reagan. Who was the other guy?
Who was the other guy?
Gerald Ford.
Yeah. He died. I think that's about what I know about him.
And everyone remembered he existed.
Yeah. They do remember he existed. I mean, unlike, Tim Kaine.
No, nobody remembers he exists even now.
No, in fact, I was sitting through that SNL sketch trying to remember his name too. Ooh,
yeah, I mean, he's fine. It's like we always say on the show, even if people aren't thinking about you, it doesn't mean you don't exist anymore.
That's right. There's some Dorcases who still think Tim Kaine is important. He's still a senator, right?
Yeah. I think he just won re-election, right?
Yeah, no, he's fine. He's fine. But it was cool of him to go on this show knowing full well that nobody remembers his name. It was very Tony Hawk core, and I appreciate that about him. So I'm going to hello guys. Hello everyone in the chat. Wow. Okay, everybody is lining up.
Welcome, my friends.
To be part of Thingus tonight, after crying many tears tonight and today. Oh, hi, Brian Carroll. Good to see you. You've resolved to support the artists and people you admire. Yes, everyone is on a mission today, aren't they? They have newly resolved to do something because there is nothing they can do.
Well, we have a choice. You can make the best of it, or you can make the worst of it. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, we all chose worst of it. Like, worst of it. Absolutely. Definitely worst of it. Mm-hmm. And now we're like, best of it?
Best of it? Well, look, it's 8:55 p.m. on the East Coast. It's time to make the best of it. I have a really pitiful joint from a while ago, and it's all I have, so I'm gonna share it with my brother.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have fun.
And they tried to prevent Mario 2 from coming to the United States, but then they just called a different game Mario 2, and now we have a Mario 2. And I don't know the name of the man. I just remember the name of the boy. the Nestor comic. He was featured in the Nestor comic in Nintendo Power. This is my Harry Shearer impression. Mm-hmm, our 43rd president.
Yeah, Homer's worst neighbor, George H.W. Bush. Yeah, no, we're having treats tonight. I'm having a Dr. Brown's. It is diet, so look, I'm not going absolutely crazy here.
Yeah, but there's no need to have a non-diet Dr. Brown's when the diet tastes like that.
I know. What do I want, a tummy ache?
You want the calories. That's all you're getting.
Right. If I want calories, I'll just take a spoonful of olive oil and be done with it.
Yeah, you just want calories more efficiently.
Calories more efficiently than drinking Dr. Brown's soda, which will give me a tummy ache. So what else is up, huh? What else is new? We're already done.
I was having a crappy day, actually.
Yeah, you're beginning to tell me.
Yeah, it was a beautiful day, honestly.
Yeah, another 70-degree afternoon in Philly.
Yeah. And I did my usual walk down to the vape store to get some smokes. And I sometimes this happens where I drop something and I go back to find it and it's still there. but this time I lost my friggin' smokes. I lost my vapes, and when I went back, it was gone.
It was gone. Like some little critter ran off with it.
Well, not gonna say it was some little critter, but I did see a squirrel where I had thought I may have dropped those smokes, and I don't know why the squirrel jumped down to them as soon as I dropped them, but maybe it's possible that the squirrel has the same problem I have.
I mean, I will say, in our neighborhood in Philly, I've never seen such aggressive squirrels in my life. One time, I had a friend with a 2-year-old visiting, and we went to a playground around here, and they're aggressive.
Yeah, I have noticed there is a squirrel. I don't even know if it's a squirrel or like a lot of them, but there's a squirrel outside my window when I'm trying to work. I just see his tail for one frame.
We've had, for one frame,
Yes.
we've had problems galore. Well, we've had dead squirrels galore on this block.
I saw a dead squirrel the
There's
other day.
There's a flat one right now. I don't understand how he got flat. He's not in the road. He's on the sidewalk flat. Maybe
someone just moved him.
Yeah, no.
A steamroller going down the sidewalk.
Yeah, something cartoonish took place there. Maybe, I'm sorry, squirrel. Maybe he got hit by a car and then he was flat and he was like the weight of paper and he just kind of flew through the air like that until he landed. He settled.
Why didn't he just like put his thumb in his mouth and blow like everybody else?
Maybe he did after
48
you were hours gone. After I saw him. Okay.
Yeah, but like while you were there, he was just looking at the camera going, menu, fanya,
in the chat, because I haven't addressed the chat in a while. They're trying to figure out what Dr. Brown's is. I love that for you guys. You have so much to enjoy. This is the shit right here. It is the Jewish soda of choice. If you go to a holiday at a Jewish person's house, you're gonna get this shit, and it's amazing.
Yes. Make sure if you ever see that anywhere in a fridge, grab that and not some other crap.
Yeah, no, there's nothing else in there as good as that can of Dr. Brown's, or 2-liter bottle of Dr. Brown's. That's also often available.
It's like, Coca-Cola Classic is the classic soda, but like, it's not even as good as Dr. Brown's Black Cherry.
Oh my God, no. No, Dr. Brown's is delicious.
But what is it about? I think what is it about like Coke that makes it so famous is its flavor. And Dr. Brown's has a really good flavor. It's all about the flavor, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Not even the sweetening.
No, because this has no sugar in it and it's still delicious.
Yeah. A Diet Coke, well, I feel like the flavor is a little different on Diet Coke.
Yeah, Diet Coke doesn't taste good. Sorry, everyone.
I've never seen anyone drinking Diet Coke under 600 pounds.
Wait, did he say that?
No, but he has to talk about someone fatter than him because otherwise he'd be rolling himself into that. Right. Because he's also a fat person who drinks Diet Coke.
Right.
With his caloric, French fries or whatever. Many fries, many French fries. I don't know why, but that is just stuck in my head since somebody posted it the other day.
Did he say it that way?
Yes.
Many French fries.
We have pizza. We have 300 hamburgers. Many French fries.
Was that when he got like the McDonald's for all the handsome athletes? Yeah, that's like early Trump cuts, right? Within the first year.
Maybe.
We're nostalgic for that now. He's about to fucking be president again. God Damn it. I just want to okay, for those who have never been in this room before, Joe and I did not want Trump to be president. I just want to be clear about that. We're not happy
Meredith
about
says that, but we don't know, do we, folks? We don't know what Joe's thinking. What's he thinking, really?
I mean, I feel like this shit just kicked in. This shit actually just kicked in recently. I was not able to laugh about Trump for almost his entire presidency.
No, and that was almost a decade ago.
Yeah.
We've been upset about this shit since 2015.
Yes.
It's almost 2025. So are we gonna laugh at it now or never?
I mean, I need to laugh because I need to live.
Yeah, I need to live.
My whole life is gonna go by before I'm allowed to laugh again.
Well, yeah, people are really, what's the word? Just dour? Is that the word? Or just hopeless? People are hopeless.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I get the sense that that a lot of people didn't prepare themselves for this as much as they needed to be preparing themselves.
No, I think that it's not exclusive to the Trump party to not be able to accept the results of the election.
Right.
I'm not saying that Kamala supporters are gonna go out in pitchforks tomorrow.
No, they won't, because they have more respect for the norms around the electoral process.
Yes.
But also he won by so much.
Yeah, it wasn't even close.
Yeah. So what are you gonna fucking do? You won't do anything. You'll be mad for 4 years.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, last time this shit happened, I didn't think we'd ever be friends again. I thought we were gonna fight for the rest of our lives.
Oh my god, thank god. I wanted to talk about how we had a falling out after that last fucking election.
We had a falling out. Seriously.
Yeah. I remember it was terrible.
Yeah.
And in hindsight, I'm I cannot fucking believe that even for a few months I didn't talk to my brother about because of this shit.
Yeah.
And that is a terrible thing in hindsight.
Got to us. They made us blink.
Yeah, they made us blink. They made us blink. We were both mad for our own reasons, and we felt personally hurt by the people in our lives because we were so upset about it, and blaming our siblings like we did when we were children.
Yeah.
Just being this is your fault that I'm experiencing pain. Excuse me for 1 second.
Yeah, and you know, bringing our personal struggles with each other into this, as if we really had much of a choice, much as much as we would like. We didn't have that much power over what happened, and it's really no use ruining your sacred relationships over. Seriously, things that you can never replace, a friendship between me and my sister Meredith. It's you guys like it, you guys see it, you see how this show wouldn't. You've probably even seen our individual streams. The show doesn't take off without both of us.
Are you saying my streams aren't hilarious?
Of course your streams are hilarious, Meredith, because I'm always there in the chat making you laugh.
No, you're absolutely right. We stream. You're right. We are birds of a feather that stream together.
Yes.
And we've always laughed together. The funniest thing has always been the things that we say to each other. And when I mean, all of our siblings, we're lucky that we get to live in the same place and have the time to do this in our lives, because it's just awesome to sit with somebody who just knows what's fucking funny, and that's just one of many of the reasons that I want to have a relationship with you. And it's just kind of insane, it hurts me to remember that the shit that I read on the internet that so distressed me, it made me want to disown people in my life, people who are really in my life,
Yeah.
And, you know, looking back, I feel lucky that there wasn't permanent damage from that. You know, as far as I can remember, I don't know. I mean, you know, I've had friends come and go on the internet, but to lose somebody extremely close to me, because I'm upset with the result of the election, is just a terrible thought. Don't live it twice. I mean, that's good words to live by.
Yeah, I mean, there's absolutely no shame if it happens. No shame that it happened. It just happens. You know, I'm grateful that it wasn't the end. I'm grateful that we're not, to this day, not talking. And that, like, if this happened right now, this Trump re-election happened right now with us still fighting, then we'd be feeling this pain all over again of the last election.
No, instead we sit around and joke about Trump every day of our lives.
Yeah, because he's funny. And that's the reason he was elected, is because he's funny.
I mean, that's horrible. Like, that sucks so much.
But am I wrong?
No, he is funny. And you know, Biden didn't win by much, but Biden was funny too. And there you go. Like, they just barely squeaked by with a funny guy.
I'm still president.
Right. Today's the day we all remembered that Joe Biden is still the president.
I'm still president, man. You're talking about Trump. You're supposed to talk about Trump before. Now you're supposed to talk about me because I'm still president.
Everybody ran out of the house and forgot Grandpa. He's been sitting in the living room all day.
All day.
All day. You know, he's okay. They're resilient, you know. Oh, man. Yes, it's true. It's the ATV saying in the chat that you're going to have to retire your classic Joe Biden impression out of respect.
I guess, I guess I'm not going to be able to do President Joe anymore, but that's good because I hated President Joe. I'm so glad we're not going to have President Joe anymore. That's one silver lining, right?
Yeah, right.
That he's not president.
Yeah, we didn't actually like Joe.
No.
Joe's not innocent in all of this.
No.
Also terrible president.
Yeah, terrible, cranky old bastard. He's the same violent sociopath. He's like, hey man, I'll murder your whole family. I'll kill you. Like, he would.
Yes. I mean, you know, staunch supporter of Israel. And apart from all that, his people are lying about how bad his cognitive decline is for years.
For years. And only when it became abundantly, unavoidably clear that he fucking sucks was when they replaced him with another candidate who fucking sucks.
Who fucking sucks.
No one wanted.
No! It's true! And no one voted for her!
No one voted for her. No one wanted her. There's no enthusiasm. And it's not democratic.
Well, no, because she was chosen by the party. She wasn't chosen by
democracy.
No.
It's not the Democratic Party.
The Democratic Party lost 15 million votes between this and the last election.
They went from just shut up, man, to what? To we're not going back?
That's pretty extreme.
That just happened. Like, the only...
She said that to Trump at the debate.
That's pretty extreme.
Yeah, I know. But I love the thought of her just saying, okay, well, that just happened. After he just says like the most xenophobic insanity.
What happened to that just happened.
Yeah, talk about extreme was the line.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, she was running on we are not going back, and now we're going back.
Yeah, now we're going back. Oh my God. Like, all right, listen, I love my mother with all of my heart. And the only reason I'm sharing the story about our mother is not to be disparaging of her, but to as a bellwether to the sort of consensus that's being formed by people who watch TV news. She was telling me that all the reasons that Trump is terrible on a phone call the other day. And one of the things she said was that he said that Liz Cheney should be shot. And I was just like, Mom, why do you care about the Cheneys? Like, why do you care about the Cheneys, Mom? The Cheneys, do you remember? Do you remember the Cheneys, Mom? Like, as easily as we forget Tim Kaine's name, apparently we forgot about Dick Cheney.
Liz Cheney, she's like on The View?
Yeah.
Of course she should be shot. It's like, get out of there. What the fuck? No one likes you. No one knows you. Get shot.
Well, obviously advocating political violence isn't a great look for an elected official, but what I'm talking about here is the idea that a card-carrying Democrat who has voted this way for decades and will vote this way for decades more has been convinced that the Cheneys are worth defending. And Kamala was campaigning to those people.
Yeah.
It's like I know it doesn't even matter how I feel about that. It only matters if they think they can carve some voters away from the right that way. But I thought it was absolutely repulsive, and that nobody should have been okay with that. Anyone who can actually pretend that Kamala is a preferable candidate. Of course she's a preferable candidate, but she wasn't different enough. She wasn't promising anything different enough.
No. What are you voting for? You're voting against something.
You're probably sick of seeing Trump. Wouldn't you like to see a pretty lady instead? Yeah, I would. I'm like, that's it.
I'm gonna fill the cabinet with pretty ladies. Pretty ladies in a glass cabinet. Bulma, Chi-Chi, all the pretty ladies. The chicks from Dragon Quest that look exactly the same. All of them. Princess Peach, not this one. The one with blonde hair.
Mm-hmm. Yes. He's on level 2. I'm just watching. All right, sweetie. Good night. He's very good at this game.
I need focus.
Yeah, no. I'll just
Yeah, it is absolutely insane to me to even think about the idea that Meredith and I's friendship could have ended over that, over what happened, over Hillary, because Hillary made us vote for her and didn't win. And it took, I don't even remember how long, 4 months or something before we were back on speaking terms. And we were very delicate about it. We were very worried about, being hurt all over again. And it was torturous that this is, I think big tech did this, not necessarily any candidate. This is big tech. We had this fight over Facebook.
Yeah, it was on fucking Facebook. How embarrassing is that? And then our other family members had to come in and be like, stop it right now, both of you. Unbelievable. That was 8 years ago.
Yeah.
I wasn't no spring chicken 8 years ago. as a 32-year-old lib. that was the death of that for me, but I wasn't there yet on the day that it all crashed down. It took a little time after that for me to abandon the ideology that could not be sustained after that loss. And that's why I can't really like spend a lot of time looking at the internet today, because I actually am seeing behavior that to me is identical. Like you remember like Daffy Duck's Quackbusters? You know that fucking movie?
That like piece of shit that was cobbled together from like...
Yeah, from like old episodes. So like you think you're watching a brand new Daffy Duck movie and it's just like 3 minutes of new animation that looks bad and then just back to the same old cartoons you've watched for years. Like that's like going on social media and seeing people's reactions feels a little like Daffy Duck's Quackbusters to me. I'm just like, this is 40 years old. Like, my God.
Yeah, you got those opinions from a 1941 episode of Porky and Daffy. Yeah, these like now almost 100-year-old cartoons are still so fucking good that you can continuously air them forever. And these opinions, which work so fucking well on internet addicted, Twitter brained,
people who want to be good or want to believe in something and just like
self-righteous bastards, narcissists, fucking annoying. Fucking everyone sucks. I'm sorry, it's not true if you're on Blue Sky, but if you're on Twitter, everyone sucks. Everyone, including me, including you, including Trump, and like he's the biggest, shittiest narcissist on Twitter.
I mean, I cannot like imagine that platform continuing to exist. like unless Twitter has a really good reason why people shouldn't come back.
Like, get that joint.
Oh yeah, why people should come back? Like I think there are a lot of people who are just gone for good from Twitter now.
I'm definitely gone for good. Although I suppose if I really wanted to, I could revive my old account with 60,000 subscribers and say like I'm nice now, and they let me have my account back, and then I use that for 1 minute to promote my plush toy, and then get banned again.
Off. I mean, you should do that. Yeah, you should do that.
I could.
It's like, who fucking cares?
Well, it's like picking the one ring out of the volcano to be like, I just want to see something. It's like,
right, and then you're on it again.
Yeah. It's like a drug. You threw the drug into the trash can that had the cat litter garbage, and you're fishing it out now. I'm happy on Blue Sky. I have 150 subscribers.
That's plenty of people.
Followers.
That's plenty of people to give you just a couple of little likes to like get your brain rushing in the morning.
But I realize I don't even need that. It's nice when I like seeing it. I'm like, hee hee, but only because it reminds me of the great tweet I made.
Right, you're just logging your funny thoughts.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, you kind of tend to do that. You're always leaving a trail everywhere you go. I'm trying to do that more with blogging and such. I love that we're just playing Super Mario 2 for a while.
I'd like to move on if you want.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. You can keep playing too.
All
Fucking
right.
Fanto. Scary.
The only thing I don't like is listen to the music. Simulator is running this so slow.
Oh, you're right. It is slow.
Or maybe it's not the game, it's just the music. The game looks fine, but the music sounds so slow.
The game looks correct. You don't feel any like latency?
No, there's no when I jump, I hear the jump sound.
Right.
But you hear that, right? It's like very slightly slower. Oh, wait, no, it's right. Because we're using the European one.
Oh. Different like, wait, the European one runs slower?
Yeah, well, no, it runs faster, but I think to compensate, it's slower sounding. or something like that. Because remember how Mike kept trying to get that game, the New Zealand story, but it kept running like really fast. Is because it was the wrong, like it was 50 hertz. It was for 50 hertz TVs instead of 60. So the games run a little faster, but to the person using the 50 hertz TV, it doesn't look faster. It looks normal.
Ah, nice.
That was so close.
Nice. That was really good. Andrea Rezu is saying American is 60 hertz, and that might be slower. It's 50 hertz in European. I don't know. I don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. But we're hopefully someone's gonna find the hell out. and until everybody knows what the hell's going on, we'll play a game and we'll figure it out. We got the best people on it. The best guys, the best shy guys. He's a loser. He's shy. He's a shy guy. All right, let's move on, I think.
Okay, yeah. What do you want to play? Well, yeah, just press
how do I
just
save
press
a state?
R2 and L2 at the same time, and then you can close content. Oop. Back. Oh, I see. Yeah. You figure UI out so fast.
Oh, I mean, it's right there. And also, I have this exact same emulator.
Oh, okay. All right. You've seen it before. Okay.
All right. So how do we get to here we go.
Oh, yeah.
What do we play next?
Okay. So I think we're going to try Socks the Cat last because the first time I tried it, the game like completely locked up my computer, which I'm like very suspicious that the Clintons have something to do with that. Like they seeded a virus version of it to archive.org.
It's all right if you own ROMs, but you got to own the game too. And this is not a game you own. I know it's been a while, but I guess I remember Clinton ever so slightly better than Bush.
Right. He was the first president you remembered.
I think my Biden impression is the best because it's the most I've done the most practice.
Right. You had the most practice when you were a kid. You didn't have too much practice to make fun of Bill Clinton.
I thought you were going to say Joe Biden.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, he was still around, but you wouldn't. Growing up in New York, you would have no idea who he was.
Okay. So what do we play? Bubsy?
Yeah, you can try Bubsy. Bubsy was a little choppy last time I ran it, so I guess we'll find out.
Maybe it's supposed to be.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, we'll play it bad if that's how it must be. Yeah, the Clintons were the first. I don't really remember Bush. The Clintons were the first, like the Clintons, like the both of them was the first presidency that I was like quite aware of.
Yeah.
I mean, it was both of them. Hillary was part of the picture from the start.
Yes.
And then his affair was, dogged the entire administration.
Yes.
Man, that's the last time a president has been caught in a cheating scandal. Like, I guess it's not a thing anymore because of Trump.
I love that.
Oh, I missed it. I was watching. This is running much better.
Can restart it.
Oh,
it does the PlayStation
right.
intro too.
I was so absorbed in my memories of the Clintons just there. I was thinking about Monica Lewinsky like it was a Thingus.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Like, okay, a Thingus for me.
Monica Lewinsky.
All right, here's a Thingus for me, for sure. Us sitting in a supermarket parking lot at night in the Astrovan that had a little TV in it.
Yeah.
Watching Bill Clinton say that he did not have sex with that woman.
What year was it?
What year would that have been? I don't remember what year that was.
Well, it would have been after re-election, right?
Yeah.
So it was like for 4 years.
Yeah, right. It was like for 4 years, so it would have been like
96.
90.
Is this game from 96?
Bubsy 3D? It might be. I think this is the Clinton game.
Okay.
The reason I called you here Emergency has been called by the Woolly military. As you may already know, a great catastrophe has befallen us that threatens to destroy our
Oh, you just read Dykes to Watch Out For? I love that comic. I just love, like, I love that comic. I know that it's not, like, the one that everyone associates with her, but I'm just kind of, like, barely paying attention to this again. This looks cool.
Calm down. No one's going to be bopped on my watch. How could this have happened? Well, that's a bit of a long story, but here's the abridged version, approved for public dispersal by their Royal Highnesses Queens Polly and Esther.
Man, shitty 3D is so fun to watch.
Yeah.
An ingenious plan to steal all the wool balls of Earth, but they were foiled by the Thingus bobcat. Now our queens have developed an even more ingenious, impossible invasion plan.
The way people would just like use those little voice changers that makes like little warble or makes her high pitched and just
Yes.
like run away with that.
Yes.
So a crack troop of woolly commandos were sent to Earth. There, they fought bravely and captured the hideous beast, due in no small part to my brilliant tactical leadership. On the return trip, due to a slight technical difficulty, the rocket carrying the beast crashed and the bobcat escaped. Now, if you see the bobcat, do not, I repeat, do not approach it. It can be
Yeah,
extremely
we gotta bring
dangerous
Bubsy
when
back, you're right.
Report its whereabouts immediately to the nearest woolly soldier. We have stationed nose blowers and rock throwers throughout the area around the crash site.
I'm like totally zoned out. I'm not listening.
Yeah,
to
I'm not
this.
hearing I'm not hearing shit, guys.
But it would have been the exact same thing in the Clinton
in
era.
the time
All
when
right,
you were a
let's-
kid.
I gotta.
Yeah. Time to play. Forbidden Planet. He's a kitty cat. He's a kitty cat, right?
Cat.
Cat. Yeah, cute.
Yeah, I suppose I agree with the fact that he's a cat.
Yes.
Not a bad design, but this is a bad game.
This is kind of how I drew cats in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
I would draw them with like their fuzzy little sides of their heads.
Uh-huh.
And like a little Looney Toony and a little Disney and a little Calvin and Hobbes.
Uh-huh. You can't even turn them around.
Tank controls.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. What was this for? What console is this on?
PlayStation? Ugh. Going backwards is slow. Oh my god. Was this the game that the Wikipedia said something about the grandmas buying it?
I don't remember what that was about.
Yeah, but this had to be a grandma's game too, right? A game
yeah.
that grandmas think is a good game because it has almost like the same aesthetics as a good game does. Like it has a cool looking character that's running around on a bright colored world.
Yeah,
It's a very good trick. This
the marketing is good.
Yeah, this is a very decent looking third party, if
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
It's like who was running third party back then?
Yeah.
Like Ross Perot.
Oh, excellent period appropriate jokes.
Oh yeah, I remember a little bit. I was pretty young, but there's some stuff that I've learned a little bit more and have also been given modern day context for. Like Hillary, for instance. Hillary was a president. She was one of the presidents already.
Yes. And then there was a cheating scandal where like it just entirely became about their marriage.
Yeah. Which had everything to do with the government and where power was coming from.
Yeah.
Because Hillary wasn't just his wife. Hillary was Hillary.
Yeah. No, I mean, it was humiliating. That was the truth of it. It was she was humiliated by it.
Yeah.
Monica's life got fucking ruined.
What happened to her?
Oh, well, I mean, at the time she was like 20 years old.
Yeah.
And people were like, she's ugly and fat and like just being so fucking cruel to her. And acting like she wanted to like ruin the president, like ruin Bill Clinton's career and you know, disrupt the American government. No, nobody had any sympathy for her. And it was so humiliating. It was so disgusting. There's all these stories about what he did with her, and like it was so gross. It was just being aired to everybody.
Yeah.
And you know, she's the butt of those jokes. Like, you know, obviously Bill's getting made fun of too, but she's got no defenders at all.
Yeah.
And she was nobody. She was just an intern.
Right.
It's real cruel.
This game hurts to play. Like the way I have to like push like that and that like is like painful.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks so uncomfortable to play.
Ugh. I don't know if I ever told you about like Mario Party. Did you ever know that thing about Mario Party, that it was like really bad for your hand?
Mario Party?
Yeah.
No, I never played it enough to know that.
So there was like a few mini games where you have to rotate the control stick, and like the game demands you rotate it so much. So like me and an entire generation of kids had fucked up palms,
fucked up hands from
doing
playing
that.
Wait,
Like,
what did you have fucked up palms from doing?
from doing Look carefully, I'll demonstrate. And I remember Mom giving me like a leather glove to wear while playing this game.
Whoa, I had no idea.
And I think my hand might have been permanently fucked up.
From playing Mario
I mean,
Party.
it's fine. It doesn't hurt or anything. But I remember it was pain that lasted for more than like a day.
Oh my God.
It was there.
Oh my God, that's really bad.
And then when I grew up, I learned that a lot of people had the same thing happen to them. That
Wow.
that game is like notorious now for that.
Wow.
Horrible.
Jeez.
What I'm trying to say is I'm done with this game.
Oh yeah, let's just fuck off
Actually,
from this game.
is there a way I can change the controls so I could use the stick instead?
I mean, probably,
Yeah, maybe.
but I don't know how to do it while I'm sitting here in high.
Left down log. Well, I do.
God bless you.
Thank you for the weed again.
Oh, of course.
It's been a tough day. I mean, I was making the best of today too. I was like, nothing's gonna ruin this beautiful day. And then a squirrel took my weed. Well, actually, I didn't know who took it. It could have been a squirrel, or it could have been, you know, like I went back to where I thought I dropped it, and I looked at the house next to it. And I saw a big Trump flag.
And you saw a guy in there laughing and exhaling.
It was Trump himself smoking my vapes. No vapes for Joe. No vapes. You lost.
You're a loser. It's not even real weed. It's Delta 8.
Fake weed. Not real. He's not even high.
It's not even high. No. You're just walking around raw dogging life with regular brain.
Well, I mean, regular brain would be really difficult for either of us at any state.
It's true. Regular brain is not the default state.
No.
Regular brain would be a de-aging 30 years and then aging again. No, probably more than that. Let's be honest. We never had regular brain.
No. No. There's no regular brain.
as far as we know. But we can only speak from our own brains, and perhaps out there somewhere there's a regular brain.
Yeah. I remember like during like I don't know if it was the Obama in 2008 or 2016, but like someone was like, "Could you describe Hillary?" And they were like, "Normal."
Like Hillary, all right. Like we can talk about we can talk about the nostalgia of 2016 election.
Yeah.
When like in the last like couple of months.
You have to think I'm good. You have to think I'm good.
In the last couple of months of that election, she was falling over like every other day.
Oh God.
And then she'd be like, "I'm fine." So much.
God, I forgot that.
Yeah.
Good memory.
I mean, you know,
we were expected to forget much of this.
Yes, memory hold.
Yo.
Well, yeah, because the other day, Hillary was giving Kamala advice on how to beat Trump. Like she fucking knows. Yeah, no, thanks for the tips. Like why would Kamala even agree to do that?
I feel like relating on the base level of being a woman who's running for president, who's
like one of Trump's many enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they couldn't resist the optics of that. But that's like optics that you think are going to be good if you're a party dork, if you're like a fan of the Democrats. Like you go to Comic-Con for
party
Democrats.
Dork.
Like let's get all the famous Democrats together and like promote each other's campaigns. Like, you know, they obviously rolled out the Obamas the last couple of weeks, and they did the Cheney tour. They just brought out all these old celebs from politics. Like, remember politics?
They have Change and Cheney.
Yeah. Just like some Cheneys, like just like rolling out the new Cheney.
Remember Change?
Yeah, rolling out the change. Well, no, what Obama said was like he spoke to like an audience of black men and he said, "You guys need to stop being so sexist." Like that was what he did to campaign for Kamala, is he like scolded black people. And you know,
terrible.
Yeah, I mean it's always this shit, you know? Like this very, very unlikable candidate. Very unlikable. You don't have to like this person if you meet them in real life. Why should you have to like them?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, it's one thing to say the candidate is not that likable, but you can still win if people, I guess, dislike the other guy more. Or
they think the candidate has a platform and can actually has something different to offer.
Yeah.
You know, you can see past whether you like them or not.
There's this fucking sucks, so I'm gonna put this down. But there's no enthusiastic support base of Kamala. There never was. She's been propped up this entire time.
Yeah. I mean, you know, people's enthusiasm came from like being happy that there was an alternative, and ready to get behind it because of so not wanting Trump to be president again.
Right.
And that's the coalition. Your coalition is people who are just relieved to have a better option when their options were the same guy that ran last year and the same guy that ran last year. Like, those were your options before he decided to bow out.
Yeah.
And then your options became a new woman who's like 60 years old, who's like quite spry. and there's nothing like, you know, debilitatingly damning about her from the start.
Yeah. It's like a new SNL actor that you don't know who it is.
Right, the new season of SNL where they're like, with Kamala Harris. And you're like, have I seen her? Oh, she must be new. And like they maybe
Oh
maybe
yeah,
she's
she ran for
featured.
president.
Yeah.
Now she's on SNL.
I mean, she was on SNL the other day.
Yeah, I saw.
So I was talking to Mike about this earlier, and like, you know, we were kind of having one of those, like, you know, America gets what they deserves kind of conversations that everyone's fucking having today. And Mike was like James Austin Johnson can't do Trump anymore. Like, what America wants, what America deserves is Alec Baldwin as Trump again. You know it's true, right?
Oh my God. I know it's been memory hold, but Alec Baldwin's Trump was just like him seething about Trump as Trump.
Oh my
right?
God. Yes. Yes. It was like the characteristic of the divorceable man we've been talking about for like a couple of weeks. Like, you just had to see him on TV every week doing that and having a temper tantrum, and then seeing all the little Alex on the internet have the same temper tantrum.
All the little Alex. He's a little man, Alex Baldwin. Not even bald. Doesn't even win. Not even named Alex. Why does he call himself? We don't know.
Alec, they call him.
Terrible impression. Not funny.
Yeah, you're right that accidentally killing someone took the wind out of Alec Baldwin's sails. Actually, yes. I mean, look, not to laugh about it too much, but let's laugh about it a little. Like, if Alec Baldwin came back as Trump, that might be interesting.
Because he killed somebody? I could kill somebody and they'd still let me do Trump. I could shoot someone on 8th Avenue. They'd still let me say live from New York on Saturday night.
Oh my God. Well, I'm wearing my headphones real tight tonight, but that would have knocked them into the fucking ceiling.
What should we name ourselves?
Oscar.
Yup.
Who's the little boy in your life? Or a little girl. Like, if I had a daughter, I feel like I'd do this too. I have a friend who just called his video game studio his kid's name. And I just think that's so sweet. like, it's like kind of the same thing where you're like, what should I call it? How about my little guy?
Yeah.
Just sweet. Pristine Thingus. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
What's this?
Wait.
A
Wrong
joint?
button. Hey! Wait, where is it? Hey! He's smoking my weed!
What's this? A joint?
Grace!
You're sitting there making sound collages while playing Zelda.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Oh, Snoopy. Heidi pissed.
Yeah, Heidi pissed. She pissed all over this couch right before we had to do the show.
Yeah, she pissed on all of that.
She pissed, like, yeah, like Joe is like sitting like very close to me, and then there's another cushion that can't be sat on because it's in the washing machine.
I love you.
Oh my god, I love her so much. She's pissing all over the fucking couch. Oh, she's mad.
fine. She does that.
It's fine. Yeah, no, she's just growling because she's a cranky little ass.
She wants a little bit more
Cranky
of a
little
comfy
ass.
place to
Oh, yeah, could
sit.
you give
Let's
her
give
a-
her a pillow or something.
Okay. Okay, there you go.
Got you.
There you go. I gotcha.
We got that. Oh.
It's okay.
It's a little bit awkward because I don't think this is the right cushion
Yeah,
for
no,
this.
she can't quite fit. Here, baby. Come on over here. I got a spot for you, okay?
Oh, here's my controller.
I got a spot. Just don't growl. Come on.
Yeah, be good,
Come
Heidi.
on. Be good. I got you, lady. I got you. It's okay.
Oh,
It's
good
okay.
girl. Yeah, she couldn't really get over there by herself.
Yeah. My poor old dog. She just like she has trouble getting comfortable. She's pissed. She pissed on the couch and she's pissed. That's right.
She's pissed.
She's pissed.
She's pissed and a bitch.
Yeah, I've been that too. She's just always kind of been an asshole, and that's quite all right by me. She's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't have to be friendly. She's still very kind, I think.
Oh, and yeah, and she has a lot of love to give.
Yeah.
And you know, if you respect her boundaries and they don't seem too restrictive, like for me, you know, I feel like I can pet the shit out of this dog and
Yeah.
allow her to be comfortable. And then she growls at me sometimes. I don't care.
Yeah. I'm almost like there, but Meredith has like the one privilege Meredith has that I don't is being able to kiss her head.
Oh, it's such a good head. It's so good. It's just like
Yeah.
it's like
Really smooth.
it's like the size of a pool ball, maybe just like a tiny bit bigger, and it is just covered in like the softest, like brown but slowly turning white fur, and it's just like 90 degrees when you kiss it. It's just like it's just perfectly warm. Yes, I love kissing that dog's head. It's a good head.
Good
I know.
dog.
Yeah.
Good head.
You know, she pisses on the couch, so that's a big pain in my ass, but
Yeah.
I sure do love the dog.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a satin piss today. I squirrel stole my smokes. Fucking Trump is president again.
Yeah, right. I was wondering when you were gonna get to that one. That
Fucking
Trump
sucks.
is president again. Yeah, it sucks because it's just like 4 years is like, sure, it'll go by like nothing, but when you're staring down the barrel of 4 years.
Yeah,
just-
it hasn't started.
It hasn't even started yet.
But we gotta accept the results because if you don't, then you're really no better than his party.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
But instead, we take it out on ourselves instead of other people.
Yeah, we take it out on the people who didn't vote hard enough.
And I mean ourselves, like we like let it overwhelm us.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is really because of something we did or didn't do.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can't, like, nobody can fucking talk to me like that anymore.
No, you,
You know?
better not. If you talk to me on Blue Sky, I'm not gonna be like, you know, fuck you, asshole. I'll just be like, that's okay, and block you or
Well,
something.
yeah. No, I just, like, I mean, yeah, that's what I like about Blue Sky. Like, I've always felt fine just, like, unfollowing somebody as soon as I'm like, no, this is agitating me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, this might be a nice person and I might want to know this person in some other capacity that's not on Blue Sky. But I don't want to see this. And I just unfollow or mute and move on. And that way I don't dislike the person.
Yeah.
I just don't know what they're up to.
Yeah.
I don't want to dislike people. I want to be happy to follow the ones that I'm following. And as soon as something annoys me, I just get rid of it.
Yeah. But that is like a source of where a lot of dislike comes from, is feeling trapped with that person. Like you have to see what they're saying.
Yeah.
For some reason you had to.
Yeah. Absolutely. It did feel that way. And then like at a certain point, I started to become aware of people who are like very good at making everybody think that they were a mutual friend of theirs.
Yeah.
You know, like there are people who are like, who's the guy? Like, who's this guy?
Is this?
Whose guy is this?
I
Who
would really
just, like,
prefer if you would be quiet.
shut up! Yeah, like that just started to become everybody. Or it's just like, there's too many whose guy is this is around here.
Yeah, some hanger-oner, some person who's like not even that cool. They're just there.
Yeah, I remember like when I used to like notice who was like getting canceled on a platform, I would just like look at the person who was being taken down, and like half of the time I'd be like, oh man, that guy was still hanging out there, huh? Like not really contributing anything. And now on top of that, they've got like sex pest
Yeah.
to deal with. Like, didn't you guys realize that this person wasn't anything? Like, didn't you guys realize this person didn't do anything except get you to look at them? Like, didn't make anything.
No.
Wasn't actually anyone's true friend.
No. Yeah.
Didn't contribute even a little bit. Was just a mooch off of the goodwill of a community.
Oh yeah.
Why were you keeping this guy around?
Yeah. Why? Guy, like a guy whose intentions are so clearly for his own benefit.
Yeah. But maybe seems like a cute small bean for a really long time, so you don't notice, right? I'm just a small little bean. I'm cute.
I'm baby.
Yeah, I'm baby.
Well, yeah, you gotta be kind of half asleep if you can't see it, that those people contribute nothing, and then eventually it's like, wait, they were abusive people?
Yeah,
like
right.
they were a mooch. They were a huge strain on all of us.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
Yeah. Yeah, because they're the kinds of people who just keep taking and expecting more.
Yeah.
And not wanting to, like, you know, wanting to do the bare minimum to even, you know, make it seem like they deserve that.
Just do the bare minimum. Do nothing for infinitum.
Until the day you need to make your rent. I love that face on his back. It's so great. This fucking shot. So great.
Yeah, the way he just snaps into position.
Oh, yeah. That's so funny.
Yeah, we've been talking, but have you been following the story so far?
I know that Link got turned into a Duggo?
Yeah, a Deku.
Deku, yeah.
And this guy says he's leaving town in 3 days, and he needs you to get his mask back before then.
Okay.
So, like...
Oh, poor Link. He's so
yeah,
sad.
he's really cute as a Deku.
Yeah.
So, like, this is the game everybody's been referencing lately because they knew that at the end of 3 days, nothing good is gonna happen.
Nothing good would happen. Yeah. Yeah, that scowling moon was coming down.
Yeah, he's up there. Yeah, like measly 72 hours. It's like, yeah, you can't actually beat the game in 72 hours. But there's, magic. So the problem last time we tried playing this game was, and I guess I'll do a save state in case it happens again, is I went here and this guy came out, and then when he went into his house, he was just like talking, but never, like the dialogue never came up. Like, it was just like...
So we'll see then.
There's no words on it!
There was no words there?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're doing better this time.
And, that made it so I couldn't get out of the conversation. The game was soft locked.
Right.
Yeah, so he wants something, but I don't have it.
Okay, great. So it's working.
Yeah, that's good. Great. So we get to actually play this time.
Yeah.
I thought of this game because it's a game from 2000, and holy shit, 2000 was even worse than this.
Oh my god. 2 terms of George W. Bush.
Yeah.
George W. Bush was elected and became president before 9/11. Less than a year before 9/11. He had just fucking become president when the biggest, the largest terror attack in American history took place. And then just immediately took us to war. And all of that was aside from the fact that he was clearly a fucking moron and nobody, well, it's just that like he was addicted to drugs. He was like his father's fail son. He had all these things going against him, but he just, compared to Al Gore, he seemed cool. He seemed like a guy who knew how to have a good time. Al Gore seemed like a guy who didn't know how to have a good time. And Bush, stupid fucking Bush Jr., smoked Al Gore in the town hall style debate. Like they were, where they're kind of like holding microphones and standing in the middle of like a circular room. There was one part where like, I don't know why, but like Gore was kind of like creeping up on Bush, like trying to like interject or something, but not like outright saying it. And Bush was just like, and just like so smoothly was like, fuck's wrong with you? Like without saying anything, just making Gore look so lame and boring and weird. And in those years, in the Bush Jr. years, there were constant battles over the votes too. There was an issue in Florida with paper ballots and hanging chads.
Yeah.
That was so hotly debated all year long. A lot of people believe that the 2004 election was stolen. It was close enough to have been stolen. It's like plausible that it was.
Yeah.
And Bush 2 declared war on a completely uninvolved part of the world. Like, it just like we invaded Iraq after Osama bin Laden attacked the World Trade Center. And went after Saddam Hussein. And Bush didn't catch him. No, I'm sorry. Bush did catch Saddam Hussein. Obama caught bin Laden.
Yeah, Bush declared war on Afghanistan. Then in 2000, that was 2001. Then in 2003, Iraq. And then in like 2010 or something, we got Bin Laden.
Yeah, it was a couple of years into Obama's presidency.
Yeah. It was before re-election, so probably 2012 or 2011.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll make it 2011. 2012 is too obvious. What year was it? Michelle, check Wikipedia. 2011, I think.
I knew that was the right year. Oh my god.
But don't worry, we're gonna get them. We're gonna smoke them out of their holes.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, we're gonna smoke them out. We're gonna smoke them out.
We're printing a big beautiful banner saying mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. Oh my god. I mean, like, if you've ever seen the movie Team America World Police, that is how angry we were.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted the Iraq War. Nobody wanted the Iraq War. It was the most massive anti-war movement in American history. Nobody wanted that war. And you're just mad all the time. And you're just like being mad, watching Team America and watching The Daily Show and being fucking mad every day about Bush. And like, history has made that war look terrible, right? There is no politician that will say that that war was wasn't at least regrettable. Mistakes were made. Universally despised. And yet some of those fuckers have been recently rehabilitated by somebody.
I'm nice now. I paid.
They have been rehabilitated by the Democratic Party.
Yeah. Those fucking wusses.
I mean, they're just a bunch of kiss-ups and careerists. They literally don't care.
In a weak, a losing strategy.
A losing strategy. They didn't even win doing this.
Ass kissers.
They don't think this matters to any of us anymore. And it seems like to a lot of people it doesn't matter anymore. But this shit, as far as I'm concerned, can never be forgiven. And it has completely been forgotten. Just like total amnesia by anybody who is trying to be in a position of power, in a lawmaker position.
Yeah. It's like the problems you described with Gore, we had with Kamala. Like, she did her homework. Mm-hmm. Guys, it's a popularity contest. It's not grades. It's not like it's not a book review.
No.
You don't have to do homework.
No, this seems very
You have to do good at it. You have to approach it like Trump does, where he sees it like a party, and he looks at the girl he's gonna fuck and points at her.
I mean, when people go to see him, they are having fun, and like I cannot fucking understand why, because they are being corralled around like hogs and treated like hogs.
Yeah.
But they are having a great fucking time seeing Trump. I don't know why it's so goddamn fun.
I mean, it's like a, I don't know, it's like a scratch and sniff sticker. People are dumb enough to smell it. Like, he represents wealth and power and prosperity to a lot of people, even though he doesn't really bring them to any of them.
No, he takes away.
No, yeah, of course, he steps on you like you're the floor. Lion Ted! Like, how many times did he get his dick polished by Lion Ted?
By Lion Ted. Oh my God. The people he has thrown away like the trash that they are. Just, it's like a fucking like Aesop's fable working for Trump. It's like characters you see in like a fairy tale setting.
Yeah, he's very much a character.
Yeah.
It's like a Burgermeister Meisterburger looking motherfucker.
I hate toys. No more toys. We don't allow them in Christmas Town anymore. What is the town called?
Oh, I don't remember. I haven't seen it since I was a little kid.
Yeah. It's a difficult responsibility, folks. When you accept wait, what is it? When you I don't fucking remember. A song about the Burgermeister.
Meredith doesn't even remember the Burgermeister. This is like our older brother when we don't remember something. It's like, what are you talking about? You were alive. You remember?
You remember? You were there. You were there. That was all of us, right?
I mean, he can be sort of right sometimes. It's just really hard to remember some of those things.
Oh, well, like he knows I remember a lot of it because I'm only 4 years younger than him, but you're almost a decade younger than him, and he thinks you know.
I'm 2 presidents younger than him.
The American people are so deeply reactionary that owning the libs is a high worth burning down the world for. Well, like, okay, but like, what if like you hate the libs, but you share a lot of you know, ideology and you know what you actually want with the libs. Like, I resent the libs for not forming a coalition that could actually make a difference in this world. For just like moving right, for just allowing themselves to move right, for a compromise that won't even work. They offer a compromise that won't even work, and they hear no. Like they are fucking Meryl Streep in a series of unfortunate events, being like, "Here you go, take the children, just spare me." And then like he almost fucking does, and then she corrects his spelling mistake. But at that point, she's already like thrown the kids under the bus. So like, fuck her.
God. Yeah, fuck her. She gets murdered in the most horrific of ways.
Yes.
And fuck her.
Fuck her.
Oh no! It's the thief!
Yeah, I kind of like, oh man, the thief. I like that guy.
No, I'm too weak to kill him.
Is the thief like kind of hot? Like,
I guess I need a sword to kill the thief.
oh, cute.
Anyway, I'm still a little boy doing hide and seek.
So cute.
Could be the thief in another lifetime.
Yeah. You'll find out if the thief is hot. Is there any talk at all in America to change the voting system for federal elections? No, that gets no support. Because why would the people who are in charge want that? Yeah, let's change the voting system so that we're not the only 2 parties in charge. Let's change that.
Well, I don't know. Maybe by the time Trump realizes he's not going to be president anymore, he'll start like doing weird shit like, I legalized marijuana. You'll love me for that. And like, you know, he really just wants us to love him as his life comes to an end.
Right, trying to maybe, I don't know. It's really hard to know what the next 4 years are going to look like. We did not anticipate COVID under Trump, which again, already kind of like, you know, memory hold that one too.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, remember how there was this gigantic culture war about how whether you should take the vaccine or not?
Yeah.
And now everyone just has the fucking vaccine.
Yeah. Of course, because it's a vaccine. When people log off, it's like, oh, well, that was just internet shit.
Yeah, I'm still gonna get the fucking vaccine.
Okay, so it was all for nothing. Okay, go fuck off then.
Yeah, it was all for nothing.
Stay on X. I'll be over here as a gay butterfly in the sky, taking little butterfly shits on you that you won't even feel.
Oh man.
Like what do they do? Do they pee? Do they poop?
Wait, who?
Butterflies.
The butterflies? I feel like it's like powder. Or it would be like when like you see like some greens at the grocery store and it just goes
Yeah.
That's butterfly piss and shit as I imagine it.
Well, we talked about it a little already, but like I've been pissing and shitting a lot on the butterfly website.
On the butterfly website, yeah. Yeah, no, you're just spraying pollen all over the place. Well, the butterfly website is just good vibes right now.
Yeah.
There's enough people there to feel like you're not on a weird marginal platform that only a few people are on.
Yeah.
And no fucking ads, no reading shit out of order. So you actually get in there and you read it all fast and then you stop using it.
Yeah. And then you remember it exists as opposed to you've never gotten off of it all day.
Right. No, it's a better experience for sure. Butterflies apparently do not go to the bathroom. Don't say that. What are you saying? Well, they don't go to the bathroom. They shit outside. The bathroom.
Well, I mean, okay, but like if they go to the bathroom, then the bathroom is in the sky.
Right. Their bathroom in the sky. Don't tell me that butterflies don't
Bathroom
excrete
in the
waste.
sky.
What are you talking about? I can post on Blue Sky.
Take a shit. Or a piss, whatever they do. I think it's powder.
Take a shit or a piss, whatever they do. Whatever they do.
We don't know what they do.
You say you're right either way, Blaze. Okay, you. All right, I need a little more information now.
Right.
Oh my God.
Any of these answers is right. They piss, they shit, they powder, or they don't go to the bathroom at all. All of the above.
That's why butterflies are our favorite. That's why everyone's happy when they see a butterfly. Right?
This little dude is kind of like a butterfly, isn't he? This little fairy guy.
Oh yeah, Navi.
Yeah.
I don't imagine a human body in there. I imagine a little insect body.
No, I see it as like a little bug.
Yeah, it's a bug. It's like Ted the bug from Bone. Do you remember that? It's so
it's
cute.
just a triangle,
Yeah,
right?
he's just a triangle. It's so cute that he's a Deku. Or Dekus are like made of wood, right?
Yeah, he's so sad.
Oh.
There was a sad carving of one that we saw in the entrance.
Oh. Yeah, and he's also sad because he wants to be a boy.
Yeah, he wants to be free.
He wants to be a little cutie pie again.
Yeah, but I have to do a series of unfortunate errands in order to get my humanity back.
Yes.
And to also learn the secret of the masks. How many are left? I have to find the boys.
You know, I'm almost at the end of Bone with Oscar now.
Oh wow.
We're on the last volume, which is the volume I read when it first came out. I was probably, I was quite a bit older than Oscar. I was probably like 21 or so, 22 when Bone ended. Maybe a little older, but I vividly remembered these scenes that like just absolutely delighted him.
Yeah.
Like and the war action is really amazing to him, and there's a scene where Thorn and Phone Bone have just gotten really fucked up, and Thorn like reaches into her mouth and like pulls a tooth out, and then Phone Bone smiles and he's missing a tooth too.
Yeah.
That's like when they fuck, like that's basically it right there. That's the fulfillment of everything they've been building.
They call it Bone. They don't even bone. Loser comic. Oh, I failed.
We're
That's
almost
why
at
I
the
did-
we're reaching near the end of the night. We got like another half hour. All right, I wanted to bring something up to you as a Thingus hero contender. I don't know if you know about this already. I found out about it today. Mike has this book around the house called Stepping into the Picture. It's about Maurice Noble, the Looney Tunes designer. And this book has been in my house forever since I'd known Mike, basically. So like for over 10 years. It was written in 2008. The author of this book was our high school chorus teacher.
Cool. Wow. So he's an animation historian?
Yeah.
That rules. I knew he liked cartoons.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit more than just liking them a little.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't realize he was like an author of animation history.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like I can say his name. This is all public knowledge.
Yeah.
Robert McKinnon.
Yeah.
Was
McKinnon.
was a great, the Kinnon was a great high school music teacher who I was like, I was in his classes for like all of high school.
Yeah.
And it was like, a very fulfilling part of my life in school, singing in his classes. And I would talk to him about Looney Tunes sometimes, but, I didn't know that his enthusiasm was any more than mine. Like, I like to watch cartoons because I want to make them.
Yeah.
And like he knew that about me, so we would like talk about Looney Tunes and stuff. But like, he wrote this book in 2008, so like quite a while ago at this point. But I think he's cool. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he was really hard on us. He was a hard ass. That was like he was like, if you sing badly, he would just like sing badly at us to make fun of us.
Oh man, no. I mean, he really whipped us into shape.
Yes.
He had a nice choir. And then he had the chamber choir, which was all the students who actually gave a shit about singing.
Yeah.
So like I think he loved his chamber choir. I think he was like quite proud of the music that we made.
Yes.
And I was in chamber for a couple of years and I really liked it. It was like the one, like, the one of like two extracurricular activities I actually did at school. Anyway.
Yeah. That's great. Good to know.
Yeah. So like Thingus Hero, our teacher from 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Who was also really into writing about animation history.
He got me into like the Beatles and Mozart. I still listen to that shit.
I mean, that is good, like like when you're like talking to a teenager about like music and you want to like set them on a good path and they haven't listened to the Beatles or Mozart yet, like that's a nice thing.
Yeah.
That's very considerate. Like, look, man, don't go through your teens and 20s thinking shitty music is good. eat your Wheaties, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Like he you know, he was pretty like he had a good ear when somebody was singing wrong. He would punish everybody until everyone was singing well.
I know. It was awesome because like these kids didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Kids didn't give a shit, and he was like, "I'll be goddamned if I don't get like something halfway decent out of these kids for the
like
concert."
the douchebag kids who didn't care about school. He was tough on them, and he wouldn't. You know, there is no leniency when it's a choir.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta fucking sing together.
It's like, you're not gonna sound like shit while I sing well, asshole.
Right.
My God.
Right, it's so insulting.
I remember getting into a fight in that class. I mean, you can't really call it that. I just punched him once, and he stopped being mean forever.
Oh, the kid, not the Kinnan. Oh my God, I thought you punched our teacher for like a split second there.
No, I mean,
No, you just punched him really fast and it hurt.
I mean, you know, he looks kind of like he wanted to punch me, actually.
Oh my God. So the kid,
One,
when the Kinnan,
2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 5, 4.
Yeah, that's easy enough. So like, while the Kinnan wasn't looking, you were just like.
Yes. Oh, but you know, sadly, the Kinnan and I parted on bad terms. He seemed mad at me for quitting his class, but I had a good reason. I didn't want to leave choir. I just wanted I wanted to be able to go to a different school and take these different classes during like the middle of my day. That was like stuff I was interested in, like making videos.
Right, I remember that you were doing another program and then you didn't have time for that anymore.
Yeah, I wanted the free hours. I hated school.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, you needed to do that.
So I told him I was quitting, and he was very upset. And I think I even came to visit once, and he was still mad.
Oh, well, maybe he wasn't. Maybe you just thought he was mad, you know? Like teachers don't have the bandwidth to be mad at students, you know?
Maybe. If he's listening to this, I hope he knows that I did need his class as much as I needed to take that other class.
Yeah. Oh, I've definitely felt I needed that class. That was very important to me. Choir was a place where you could shine if you made an effort. And
well, why do you think he was disappointed? It's because there's a lot of people who sucked, and he was mad because he was losing someone good.
Right, he was losing someone good, and he had bad students. Yeah, no, absolutely. And he has to deal with the people who suck. No, I mean, any teacher would want a good classroom full of good students. That's a dream come true. Like a bunch of enthusiastic students who want to be there and they're good.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, getting that sound out of that choir took a lot of work, but it did sound great. You know, we did Mozart's Requiem with a bunch of other high school choirs who also learned Requiem in front of a big audience. It was awesome.
Yeah, we were in a band without really even needing to try.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were in a band that a professional musician was conducting for us.
A professional animation historian. Why didn't he tell us?
I mean, that was his life outside of school. It had nothing to do with school. So
but he was dropping hints that he loved cartoons.
Yeah, but there's only so much you can get into it with one of your students.
Yeah.
And he would be like, "Oh yeah, I love that one. That one's so good." And we'd talk about it. But I wasn't talking to him about Looney Tunes for long enough for him to be like, "I'm a historian and I write books about them." No.
No. This is definitely a thing that's more interesting 30 years from now.
Absolutely.
And then it was.
Absolutely. Well, like, I mean, I would have been delighted to know about that in college because I was studying animation.
Well, you graduated high school in 2002, and
Yeah.
I graduated in 2006. So, you know, he might not have even been an author yet.
No, he didn't make this book until 2008.
Okay, so this is his first book?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that he's written another book, but maybe he has. I don't know. I just have the one about Maurice Noble, and it's great. It's so cool that book exists.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, he was, you know, during the day, he was suffering with all these terrible fucking singers and you know, playing the piano during our concerts, you know, just like sitting there and playing through the entire song with us and watching us and like making sure we're hitting our cues and stuff. And then like going home and just like having a completely separate life from all that and making a book he really cared about. These are the kind of things that high school teachers wait an entire lifetime for their students to acknowledge about them. That they're not just like somebody who goes home from school and gets into a closet and stays there until the next day when they come out to your school again. Like when you see them at the mall and you're like, that person has a family? Like you've never even
They
fucking
exist
considered.
outside of school. They're not just NPCs.
NPCs
like
at
Chuck E.
school.
Cheese animatronics that
Yeah.
just live there.
Yes. Like it freaks you out when you see your teachers out and about. Ah!
See, he's sad.
Oh, he's crying. Well, yeah, but I'm still scared of him.
This guy reminds me of that guy from Pizza Tower that gets mad at you when you take the pillar out.
Oh no, I hate when they get mad at me.
Yeah, although I feel sad thinking that Thwomp was scary to Oscar, but now I also appreciate how powerful an image like that is. That is just like an angry face with no context is such a great like video game element.
Oh, it's incredible. It's incredible.
And look how big they can make him now. They can make him bigger and bigger every year.
Yeah.
The thwomps in Mario Galaxy are fun. They keep coming up with different ways to thwomp you.
I love that.
They're like as tall as a whole building now.
Thwomps are like the original face on the moon. Just like
Kinda, yeah.
ah!
It's kind of doing to us what Thwomp does, but on a massive scale.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so much heavier.
I wonder about that. That must be something from Miyamoto's childhood or something.
Something that frightened him.
Because like that is just like a recurring theme. We've identified 2 instances.
Yes.
That's a recurring theme.
Yes, a frightening, angry face that's gonna be mad at him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was learning a little bit about him, saying that he's extremely difficult to work with, and that he does something called flipping the tea table. He flips the tea table, and he makes you start over on the project.
I see. He decides he doesn't like it at all. It's fundamentally
It's not
no good.
right. Yeah, it's all wrong. You got to start it over like this and this.
That's amazing. Like of course he's a control freak. Of course. Like maybe this is just because they wear their hair kind of the same way, but he reminds me of Paul McCartney. You know, I was going to say that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Just everything needs to be just so. You know that about them.
Yes.
They are unparalleled. They are a force, and everyone who works with them gets sucked into the force.
Yes. And some people love it. Some people appreciate it.
Well, they need collaborators, so you're helping to make their work reality. You're not making your own work reality, though. You're not free to express yourself when you're working with an artist like that.
Well, you have to express yourself in a way that he's going to approve of. And to do that, you kind of have to like get into his head a little, I guess.
That's interesting. That must be pretty nerve-wracking for the people who work under him.
Yeah, but that's got to be the right thing to do once in a while. I think Paper Mario Sticker Star was definitely a mistake, but I think once in a while, doing that is great. Like they did that with Toy Story. They had to do that because it wasn't working. It was a bad movie. They were about to release a bad movie.
Yeah,
and it was going to be the first animated movie. Like, you know, like Sausage Party was the first 3D animated movie. We might not be seeing a resurgence of it. You know, we might not see a surge in 3D after that.
So did Joss Whedon come in and save Toy Story's story?
I mean, I think what happened was there was just like no, I think the story was already there. The story was, you know, Jeffrey Katzenberg was like, this needs to be edgy. Make it edgy.
Right.
So the story was edgy. And, you know, the final movie, you can see a lot of that. You know,
The story was edgier than Toy Story ended up being.
Yeah. So I don't think, you know, I think they had to collectively decide, but who was it that said they had to fix it?
They had to fix
The
Toy
movie.
Story. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
You know, could it have been Katzenberg? He does that shit, right?
I don't know.
Although he's also not a visionary. He's just a businessman.
Yeah,
You know,
but
Steve
I mean,
Jobs is also just a businessman, but maybe he's a visionary for Pixar. Maybe it was him.
No, Steve Jobs does have this absolute controlling behavior that Miyamoto and Paul McCartney also have.
They all share.
Yeah, they all share that, and it is it's kind of maniacal, right? Like you just like, you know, until I watched the Get Back documentaries, I always kind of assumed that Lennon was egotistical, and that led to the decline and the breakup.
Yeah.
But like seeing them together in the Get Back documentary with all that footage of them just like speaking to each other unscripted, John was getting steamrolled by that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Everybody was.
Yeah, like Paul was like the band leader, but John was what? Like the lead singer?
No, I mean
Not
they
even.
were partners, you know.
Yeah.
They were a songwriting team. It was supposed to be the two of them. And Paul just dominated so much. And I mean, look, he made fucking incredible music by forcing people to his will and making them feel so terrible that they never wanted to work with him again, that they wanted to give up the Beatles.
Yeah. And you know, like go join some other religion, join a cult or some shit.
Right. They all, well, yeah. I mean, fame fucked with them, but also just playing with Paul fucked with them. At least it did with John. Okay, Lopsy. Yeah, Lopsy's jumping in every once in a while, trying to get us to not like Paul McCartney. Good luck with that one. But you are correct that Maxwell Silverhammer sucks. But if you're using that as your example for why he's not a good songwriter, you're gonna have to go back to the well and try again.
Here's the thing about the Beatles and Paul is that
Here.
Paul's the. Hi guys. The thing about the Beatles and Paul specifically is Paul is the only person who began and ended his career in the Beatles with a vision. The only one. John was just happy to be there, and he got his shit in when he could, and George realized, like maybe a little too late for him, that he could have a vision. Ringo was just hanging.
Ringo was
But
just
Paul
in the right place at the right time.
knew what he wanted to do from the jump, and he still does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he hasn't stopped.
So that was Paul's role in the whole thing, is that he knew what he wanted to do, and to this day still does.
Yeah, we're comparing him to Miyamoto as tea table flippers, people who just destroy the whole thing if it's not going the way they want it to. Thanks for that.
Thanks
Was
for
a
that.
what are we gonna call the segments where Mike comes in and says some fun little piece of
Mike's
content?
Corner.
Incredibly rare. Yeah, Mike's Corner. Yes, that's Mike. That's my husband.
Well, you know, as incredibly rare as the Beatles themselves.
Yes, right. You'll hear that music playing when Mike's coming. It'll be like I listen for your footsteps coming in the room. Give us lots of trivia about some really old shit.
Gotta just sit here until midnight.
You do?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, there's not much else for me to do. That scarecrow won't dance with me again to pass time. So I just gotta wait. But we can chew on that whole thing we were just talking about Paul for a second.
Oh, man.
Like, it's almost like the Beatles was a mecca, and he was the one that had the head.
Oh, I mean, God. What? I mean, I understand why he didn't want to, he needed everyone to do it because he could see what other people could do too. Like, he saw what he wanted, and then he wanted to will everybody else into, like, what he found useful about them. He actually understood how to get excellent music out of all of them. He was just torturing them while he was doing it.
Yeah, and didn't Steve Jobs do that too? Like, he made everyone smell him.
Well, I mean, that is torture. To go to work smelling bad because you heard it's good for you to smell bad.
Don't stop now, stops me.
What's funny is that Ringo was the big prima donna. Really. Like in those sessions, Ringo was like, well, I gotta make my other movie. And like all this shit was scheduled around Ringo's fucking movie. Like Let It Be.
Movie.
Let It Be was scheduled around Ringo's stupid fucking movie. If one person can tell me the name of that movie right now. One person in the studio audience. Like, nobody fucking cares about your movie, Ringo. And Ringo also was like, I just don't know if you blokes like me anymore. like, and they're all like, oh no, Ringo, we love you. And like, just like total drama queen.
Yeah, things are falling apart. They're just like getting old and getting tired of this shit, right?
Well, yeah, because they're all married. And you know, again, like Yoko gets blamed, but like John needed Yoko. Like, he needed somebody who was like, don't listen to Paul. You don't have to. Like that's what she was there for.
Yeah.
Just like, you don't have to listen to Paul. It's okay. Like, you can just hang out with me instead when he's making you feel like shit. And like, that's all John needed to be like, well, fuck this, that I'm not going to be with Paul anymore.
And you know, he would rather listen to Yoko scream singing. So
right. That's what he thought was good.
Whatever Paul was doing to him must have been a lot worse.
Well, he started to hate Paul's songs, his fucking love songs. He hated that shit. Paul made it, like, after they broke up, I mean, you know, that's all this was. Like, Paul made an album about how much he loves his wife. And John was like, this shit sucks. Like, he was just in an interview, just fucking hated this fucking album. Oh, so hurt. So hurt.
So like, was the impression that John was particular about music? It's really just like he's just like an asshole about it.
Well, because he was the most flamboyant, right? He did like the publicity stunts and stuff, and he was him and Yoko were kind of a little bit of a prank troupe together,
Yeah.
And then he tragically died young, so there's a bit of like mystique to him that people are wanting to burn down, I suppose, like
because he's not good.
Because
we don't like
he's
him
not
anymore.
good. Right. Don't like him anymore because he's overrated, right? Like John's the one you like when you're in college, right? And then like when you get older and more mature, then you stop, the White Album stops being your favorite album and John stops being your favorite Beatle, and then you like all their old music where they were also really high, but it just sounded like regular rock and roll.
Man, there's like a whole roadmap to how to listen to the Beatles.
Absolutely. John was terrible to his first wife. Absolutely. He was awful to her. I've heard all about that. Maybe that's also why he gets this strange impression. He gives up this strange impression that he was not as good a musician as Paul.
Not as good a musician as Paul. And he died so easily. He died like a dog.
Right. When Trump got shot by a
I
crazy
could
fan.
shoot John Lennon and get away with it and then still make me president.
Ringo is a repeated wife beater, far more than Lennon, and yet it never gets brought up. I mean, like, these fucking guys had a song where they're just like, I used to be cruel to my woman. I beat her and kept her from the things that she loves. Man, that was mean. I'm changing my scene, though, and I'm doing the best that I can.
I'm nice now. And I'm British. I'm sorry, British.
The ultimate, like, it's getting better all the time is the ultimate I'm nice now song. It's the anthem of I'm nice now.
It's getting better all the time. I'm nice now, nice now,
Nice now.
I'm getting nicer all the time. I used to be mad at Twitter.
Oh my god. Can't get much worse. Cheney should have sang that at Kamala Election HQ. You got to admit, it's getting better. A little better. All the time. Can't get any worse. Kamala says that part. Got to admit, it's getting better. A little better. If people vote for you. But they won't.
Yeah, well, let's repeat this next 4 years.
Yes. All right, we're basically at the end here. Did you want to talk about Bjork at all?
Oh yeah, Bjork is great. Such great videos, and like that kind of music. It's so crispy, so crunchety.
Oh yeah, I love it. It's so beautiful. It's like have you ever seen the Triumph of the Heart? Have you ever seen the video for that one? It's from her album where everything was a cappella. I think like RZA did like all the production for it, and it's just like then it's just like his voice.
Yeah.
And she's married to a cat. She's just married to a cat.
Yes, I remember that now. I remember she's married to a cat.
And he's cold to her.
Yes. She leaves her cat husband.
Yeah, she cries over him and runs away from home. And eventually comes back to him after like an odyssey.
Yeah.
And then they dance together. He like turns into like a 3D dancing cat and they dance together. The triumph of the heart. Boy, 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 boy. Excellent Bjork. I love her fucking John
God.
Kay cartoon video. I miss you.
I miss you.
Da-da,
But I
da-da,
haven't met you
da-da,
yet. I
da-da,
remember, but it
da-da.
hasn't happened yet.
God, it's so good.
What was that one? It's like Army of Me.
Yeah, that's the first track on. I think there's a video for that one too, right?
Yeah, that was an awesome video. I laughed my ass off. It was so fucking good. There's like she's driving like a gigantic machine, like monster truck, and she like steals a gigantic diamond and feeds it to the monster truck. It's got
my God.
teeth. It's very 90s.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, and then she's singing, and if you complain once more.
If you complain once more.
Oh, so good. Yep. Post is basically a perfect album. If anyone's wondering where to start with Bjork, don't start with the a cappella one with the Triumph of the Heart. Start with Post.
Start with that video I posted of her sitting on the floor playing with things.
Oh my God, yes. It is perfect. It's perfect because it's what you think. It's what you think her music sounds like, right? You listen to her music and you're imagining Bjork sitting on the floor with her toys. And that's exactly what she does. And she couldn't even like afford to do it on an expensive thing. She does it on like a little like Casio keyboard.
Yes. And she's crawling around, just like grabbing other things and like showing those.
Her playthings.
Yeah, like her studio. The interviewer was like, "This is the studio?"
Yeah, like, right. She doesn't have like a studio just like full of Bjork posters, right? That's what this woman wanted from her, right? Just like for her to have like all of her awards on a mantle and like big posters of Bjork World Tour and shit like that. No, it's an empty room with a bunch of electronics on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, you know, look at like 50 Cent's mansion with G-Unit on his basketball court and his recording studio. That shit was still there after he had to move out.
Right after he had to sell it for like bargain prices.
Yes.
Oh, that's
It's
so
like,
funny.
that's meaningless, that G-Unit studio. That's not even his anymore.
I mean, that guy never made anything of value. Like,
No.
Bjork wrote fucking Army of Me on her floor.
Yes. This is how I feel whenever I'm making like Papa's Gatito or something. It's like, this is like being on the floor playing with crumbs. But like, I know that once I amplify it through my gigantic house-sized megaphone, it's going to resonate throughout the entire world.
Yes, your crumbs are going to be loved.
My crumbs are actually really good.
Oh, man. I love playing with crumbs, I must say.
Yes, I love playing with things that aren't even technically toys, like a tie back. You just twist it and twirl it, and it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's stimming.
It's fun. It's stimming. And I'm already forgetting what it's called. Trepidation, when you like let the steam out of your brain.
Yeah.
Trepidation and stimming is what we're doing when we're making art. We're punching a hole in our head and
Yes.
like stroking something nice.
We are being tree panned.
Yes. And it's awesome. It makes life worth living to just be like, me thoughts. The chat wants to know, Joe, when more crumbs?
When more crumbus. Pretty soon, probably. I want to bring back the crundulus.
Yeah.
I want to have another season of Papa's Gatito to write home about.
I mean, it's like you can make a really like crispy, crunchy autumn Papa's Gatitos.
Yeah, that's true.
Really make us think of the changing of the seasons. I do like that Papa's Gatito it has immediacy to it. You write about what you've been doing in your life.
Yeah.
It's
It's like South Park. They have something that's actually relevant.
Right.
It's like we're actually talking about it right now on TV. It sometimes it takes 7 days, but if it's really immediate, they can just put it out. As soon as you can, like when I was making Papa's Cantina, it was like it's great to just like make it instead of making a plan to make it.
Right,
you
right.
just make it. It still takes time. It takes like 2 hours, but like that's nothing compared to everything else I do. It is immediate and it's out there, and I get to release it from my attention. I get to put my attention towards other things.
This laugh is so fucking funny, by the way. Oh yeah, no. I mean, I think that's a wonderful thing about it. I think the immediacy is like an excellent way to explore the world and like explore your life. That, it's harder to do with long form work. You forget why you liked an idea and then you replace it with a newer idea.
Yeah.
I go back and forth on shit all the time. Like when I'm writing something long form,
Yup.
I'm just like delete. I liked it the way it was. Nah, I like it this way. And like just like that doesn't make something immediate or feel, like this is what I need to be experiencing right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you'll look at something you'll look at something later with a different perspective, and you'll see that this is what you are right now again. You're back on that bullshit.
Right.
And like you immerse yourself in it. You allow it to influence you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's great. I mean, it's how you make the truth. It's how you make art that is the truth. Should we call it a night? We're at time right now.
Sure. This is one more thing I wanted to do though.
Okay.
I wanted to get
You wanted to get to a point?
Yeah, let me get to a point. This guy's gonna teach me a song and
I
then I'll
love
be
the
done.
size of that organ. That's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
And he's playing like 3 notes.
Yes. Yeah, this is a song that's good to listen to when you're really sad.
Da, 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 da.
Well, people, are very nostalgic for this game, and I think it often comes up when we're feeling at our lowest. Like this game, it's not like the most depressing game in the world or anything, but it's like this is definitely like a certain mood that is very dark and beautiful. That like, the song is like that. It's like. It's the song of healing that heals you. It heals you, and it's like, how can I be healed?
You've been healed. Yeah. We're all looking for a way to do that. And a lot of us feel like that Deku running around. No power.
That Deku that was in Link was a Deku that died horribly and suffered greatly, and he had to live as that Deku, but he waved goodbye as if it was his friend. He now chooses to become the Deku.
Incredible.
You put on the mask and you can become him.
So that you'll keep the memory of the Deku alive through you.
Of course. And to give it a new life that it never got the chance to have. I'm getting so emotional over this game. I love it.
That is a beautiful idea. I love it. That really is nice.
Oh, but he's mad.
This guy's mad?
He thinks I have Majora's Mask.
Oh no, he's mad. Oh, that's so great.
That's such a great like motion capture
Oh yeah.
move.
That is like really using the 3D that you had in this age
Yeah.
to the best of its abilities.
Yeah, good pantomime. Because there is a lot of mocap in these games that looks really good. This is probably keyframed, but you know, whenever Ganondorf is walking around, that's mocap. I was talking before about how it's really funny that the Joker is like really like exaggerated.
Oh yeah. I saw that video.
But like that when I was in mocap class, which, you know, in 2009, that was like what they told you to do is to exaggerate all your motion.
Right, because it wouldn't really look like much otherwise. You're trying to make a cartoon.
Yeah, kinda. You do have to look at it like that. Like
Yeah.
the Matrix is a cartoon.
You
when
have
they
to
use
show
mocap.
things more extreme than they are in order to make something feel like it's really moving.
Look how great that pose is, like in the
Yeah.
mouth texture too.
Yeah, really impressive.
Yeah, this might actually be keyframed. I'm not even sure. A lot of it has to be keyframed anyway. Like, look at that hand. You can't do the hands in mocap.
Right, I see. Well, then yeah, these are just, that's so funny.
But yeah, a cartoonist had to come up with these, I
Yeah,
think.
absolutely.
But yeah, also you have to be a cartoon. You make this reference footage and then you make the animation.
Yes.
And yeah, that's the point.
Awesome.
Or actually, let me do one last thing.
All right.
It's actually just going to the save point.
Now that you're Link,
Yeah, because you need the sword to open the save point, and then you can take a break with the owl. But yeah, any last thoughts about Thingus?
I think we just had them. I think that was lovely. All right. Thanks for watching tonight, everybody. Go back to your lives of being sad on the internet. But
Follow me on Blue Sky.
Yeah.
I'm fun.
Yeah, let's have fun. Let's try to have fun.
Yeah, and not bring anybody down while you're doing it.
Yeah. Let's everyone's a little tender right now. Let's be gentle, okay?
Yeah.
And try not to express your pain in a way that hurts somebody else.
Yeah.
Let's all try. Yeah, that was fun. We'll see you next time. I'm gonna be in Paris next week, so we might try to do a Thingus, but like with me remote, and that would mean we would have to do it earlier. So it might happen like in the late afternoon instead of at night.
Okay.
Let's see how jet lagged I end up being, because sometimes I go to Paris and I look, I've been to Paris more than once, okay, everyone? In past times that I've gone.
Meredith, it's okay. We're not on Twitter. Nobody is judging you for going to Paris more than once in existence.
I'm like waiting for the gotcha because I've been to Paris more than once.
Yeah, well, yeah, but Meredith's been to Paris more than once. So like everything she just said is invalid. Everything in her game is invalid. Her child is invalid. It's like don't need to preemptively say, yeah, okay, right? Yeah, all right.
All right already.
Leave Meredith alone.
Leave me alone. I can't believe I did nothing wrong. I did everything right.
I hate Paris. You can go enough for both of us.
Yeah, I don't even remember what the fuck I was gonna say about Paris. But I will try to, sometimes I stay up late when I'm there.
Yeah.
And sometimes I get on a regular schedule there. So we'll find out. But we'll try to do something. I mean, one idea I had was that maybe we could do some Windows games.
Oh yeah, let's do Minesweeper.
Okay.
Let's play Chips Challenge.
Solitaire. Free
Oh,
cell.
dude, we never did Socks the Cat.
Oh shit. Okay.
Let's crash the
All right,
game.
let's crash the. Okay. Last time I tried to do this, it crashed the game. So we figured we'd save it for the very end and see if it would work. And if it does work by some miracle, we won't be playing long. Okay. So there's two versions. Hold on. All right, never mind. Just try this one.
So what's the story on this one? There was a game and it never got released. It was made in 1994 and a Kickstarter was made. I guess seconddimension.com is the guys who did the Kickstarter.
Are you kidding me right meow? They said it did not exist. They said it was not complete. After 2 decades in the making, Socks is here. Oh, these are the people who finished it.
Yeah.
Ah, good job, guys.
But yeah, not that it's good or anything,
No.
but it's lost media
It's
from
lost
the
media.
Clinton era, which is like some of the most potent Thingus you can even imagine.
Absolutely.
And
Look at those terrible.
That was not
All right,
lost.
We're not going to judge the artwork. Obviously, this artwork is unfinished.
Yes, the game is unfinished.
Yeah.
This game feels like a stolen nuclear missile. Like, this is actually government secret info from 30 years ago.
Yes.
Only the Clintons were privileged to such info as Socks the Cat for Super Nintendo. They had a cat, and then, oh my god, it looks just like the cat from Animaniacs.
Yes. They had a cat and then they just gave it up after they stopped being in the White House.
Aww.
And the cat died.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Like, are you saying that
Meow.
Obama's dog was not his dog?
Yeah, no, they gave it up after they
He had
they,
two dogs like that.
Yeah, they had 2 dogs like that. No, of course they didn't take them home.
That sucks. Cause this whole time I've been thinking about Trump, like he hates dogs. He
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
have
yeah.
a dog.
Yeah, people
At
always
least
think he hates
Obama,
dogs.
blah blah blah, had a dog. Obama didn't have a dog if that wasn't his dog.
It wasn't his dog. It just lived in the White House.
Don't worry, man. I got a dog.
Now,
and I'm
Biden-
still president.
Biden's dogs are his dogs. Absolutely.
Yes, those are really his. He loves them.
Because they're horribly trained. They're not trained at all. And they keep biting Secret Service guys. And Joe keeps being forced to get rid of them.
Well, now he's got time to spend with the dogs.
Yeah.
So that's good for the dogs who probably missed him.
Yeah, they missed him. They missed they missed their owner, who happens to be the president.
What the fuck is this?
What is this?
I don't
the
know.
fuck
Is
is-
this like some sort of card battling game with the presidents?
What the?
Oh, I had to guess the dates.
I completely forgot that this was
So
about
this
the
is
president.
edutainment. That's another relic from the Clinton era.
Yeah.
They
Fuck
wanted
off.
us to be sharp when playing their game.
That's right.
How do I get up there? And this game is, kind of, it's not a complete garbage game. There's a running mechanic.
This parallax spiderweb is really insisting upon itself, though. It's following you in such an invasive way.
Yeah, kind of like Hillary.
Oh, you made it up. That's really hard. Ugh. I guess this is your tutorial of how to play this hard game.
You remember when we were kids, there was that guy with the pickup truck that lived next door to like the trailer that said "Go home, Hillary."
Oh man, I fucking forgot about that. So funny. Go home, Hillary. Right, because she became a senator from New York.
She was a senator between like 2000. Well, I don't remember when, like 2000 to 2008 or something.
Yeah. Something like that. After she lost to Obama, she became Secretary of State.
Right.
So like before that,
She's been following us like that cobweb. This is why she lost. I kind of thought maybe Kamala didn't have that curse, but she has the Al Gore curse for sure.
yeah. No, she's just some Dorcas. Sorry.
Some Dorcas who did their homework,
Yeah.
thinking that this is what thinking that pleasing teachers is what this is all
Is what
about.
the assignment is.
Yeah, you didn't get the assignment. It was giving something that your classmates really, really, really want.
Yeah, and also your classmates are Americans.
Yes.
Don't you remember what the people you went to high school were like?
Yeah.
It's really very simple.
Yeah, they were easy to please. So, some fucking cars and music and
Yeah.
cars with stereos in them.
Yeah. It didn't take much, but you had to know how to do that.
Guess Yes, Whippernickel, come on! It's like every fucking American.
Yeah, every fucking American sounds like that voice you just did. And yeah, I know that you got into politics because you didn't really get along very well with those people or any kind of people.
By the way, who are these guys supposed to be?
Are they like crooks breaking into the White House?
I think they might be spies from another country.
They're spying on the Clintons.
Oh
He
my
died
God,
from
this game
getting
is
drops
hard.
of water on him.
This reminds me of Beethoven, another terrible pet game
You're
where he
absolutely
plays an
right.
animal.
You're absolutely right. It's the same kind of like shitty sound, like music.
Who's the rat though? What does that represent?
Just a rat in the White House basement that Socks is supposed to be getting
There's
rid
a
of because
rat.
he's the
I'm gonna
cat.
find the rat.
Everyone was a rat to Hillary.
Yeah, I can't believe that they would make this game and use the cat as a mascot and not even keep the cat.
Yeah, not even no, because it's fucking fake. It's just
fake.
part of being the president
It's-
is that you're married and you have a pet in the White House.
It's like just as gross as like Paris Hilton with an animal.
yeah, exactly.
Purely for photographs.
Yeah, the new pet, and I mean that's their kids too. Their kids are the
Yeah.
new pet.
Yeah, it's a pet.
It's really cruel, right? Like what the kids of the politicians go through.
Well, they learn to resent the shit out of them. They use like, you know, if you're like using Instagram to be like, look how cute my baby is, and then the baby grows up and when they're 20, it's like, I can't believe Instagram's still around and now they're using it against me.
Yep, that's how it goes. That's the circle of life.
Anyway, this game sucks.
Yeah,
Are you willing to call it a night now?
Yeah, no, I think we're absolutely ready to call it a night. Well,
Thanks for that extra wind.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I'm still gonna award a Thingus herohood to the Dorcases who brought this game to us so we could see how much it sucks.
Somebody has to care about video game history and preservation.
Absolutely.
As dorky as that is.
Absolutely, because it'll just be lost if somebody's not making an effort to do shit like this. So.
I'm glad people are less ashamed to do that. We could be like the Kinnan.
Yes, exactly. Let's all be like the Kinnan. Thingus hero. And you're no, I'm not gonna call you all my heroes. Look, you're not all my heroes.
You're all my heroes. Beautiful country. Did a great job.
Oh. No, but I like y'all. So thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for watching Thingus with us.
Yeah. It's a good one. Bye guys.